What's going on, YouTube? It's No Change, and I am back for another commentary, and this is another episode of my Nationals franchise here in MLB 13, the show. And in this episode, the Nationals will be facing off against the Cincinnati Reds. They are coming into this game with a 1-2 record. Meanwhile, the Nationals are on the other side of things at 3-0. Actually went undefeated in that first series versus the Miami Marlins, so we'll be looking to extend our streak versus the Reds. And here is a look at our starting lineup. Like I said, my acquisition, I told you guys that you will learn to love him. He has a .462 batting average so far throughout the season. I know it's only 3 games, but hopefully it'll only go down a little bit. But we are in the 3rd inning, and we get our first hit from a home run by Wilson Ramos, and he's our catcher. A lot of you guys told me to put him in instead of Kurt Suzuki, and so far it's been paying off as he gets the first hit of the game in the 3rd inning, I want to say it was. And as you guys are going to see here in a second, that's going to jumpstart the whole entire lineup as we get Danny Espinosa at the plate, and he's going to hit a ball to left field, getting a single following the solo home run by Wilson Ramos. And here's Rajai Davis again getting a hit to right center and getting himself a double as well. So he'll move to second. See how fast he moved to second, and that'll move Danny Espinosa in scoring position at 3rd base. And we're going to get a hit right up the middle, and that will bring in Danny Espinosa as Jason Worth drives in the run right there. So we have a man on 1st and 3rd, and we get yet another hit, this time by Zimmerman, and that will bring in Rajai Davis into score. So like I said, that basically just kick-started the whole entire lineup, and we're just doing great, and we are up 3-0. And then we're gonna get another hit to left center field and get yet another run, and our runner on second will advance. And then we're gonna try to do this. I don't know why he didn't advance earlier. He decides to do it at the last minute, and he gets ran down, so we get our second out. By the way, I do know things like that are my fault, so when I do say a player's name, I don't want you guys to think that I'm blaming it on that player. Obviously, I'm controlling them, and I do know that it is my fault. Just a side note, because I know some people like to comment and say that it's not the player's fault, it's your fault. But yeah, of course I know. But I forgot to mention that Dan Herron got the start for us, and here he is allowing a home run by the batter, and he's going to get a solo home run to get them on the board finally with a single run. So Dan Herron, he had been playing pretty solid throughout the first 5 innings, and you guys know around that 6th and 7th inning, they start to get tired and start allowing a lot more hits, and that's exactly what Dan Herron is doing right now. Other than that, he was playing pretty well. But after that home run, he was able to, settle down and retire the side right here. So we get out of that only allowing 1 run. I thought he was getting tired, but he will pitch this inning for us. And this one just gets hit right up the left foul line, and he will get a double from that. So maybe Dan Herron is getting a little tired. Maybe I'll have to put in a reliever, and if I do, that will be, of course, Tyler Clippard or Drew Storen. And Dan Herron allows yet another hit right up the middle, so they have a man in scoring position at 3rd and a man on 1st. So he'll definitely have to get his act together if we don't want to allow them to come back. But he allows another hit, and they will drive in a run and maybe 2 if the guy decides to advance, and he does, and he just will get another run right there. So they are now only trailing by 2 runs, 5-3 to score. But Drew Storen came in and gets the strikeout right there. And this guy's going to fly out to dead center, and an easy catch for Bryce Harper, and I will retire the inning for them. And our lineup has not been able to do anything, and I mean anything, since we had that hot 3rd inning. But Tyler Clippard is playing the role of a closer for us today, and he allows that hit right up the right side. And we're going to ground this guy out in a possible chance for a double play, and we do get it, a great play by our 1st and 2nd baseman right there. And Tyler Clippard only needs 1 out, and he throws a strike right there. So strike 1 on 1 count. On 2 count, the guy just watches that when he throws him right there with the cutter. And then strike 3, he throws him again in the top right-hand corner of the strike zone, and that would end the game as Davey Johnson celebrates. And they almost had a nice little rally there at the end of the game to come back and tie this game. I have seen that happen to me before due to some bad pitching, but Dan Herron gets his first win of the season. Homer Bailey gets his first loss, and Tyler Clippard gets his first save. 3 for 4. Wilson Ramos with a home run, RBI, and a run. So really good game for him. So here he is with the player of the game. I didn't expect him to be a really good hitter, but I found out something new about him in this game as the Nationals move on to 4-0 on the season. Still is a young season. By the way, a little side note, interestingly enough, Cincinnati took the next 2 games of this series. So in the next episode, the Nationals will be 4-2 facing, I'm not sure, I don't remember, but leave a like. Try to get this one to 80 likes like we did the last episode, and I'll see you guys.